Hi guys, AmarRouh here with your shot of stress relief today. And I've been thinking a lot about change, and when we go through change and when we need to do things that maybe we're not used to, that when we're going through change, whether it's, I don't know, like change in a work environment where you might be going through a reorganization or a new team or a new team member, or you've changed your job, even if it's within the same organization, or maybe you started a new job and you're going through change, or if it's in a relationship, or you've moved house, or whatever change might be coming around for you in your life. It might be a health change, it might be getting over something or getting used to something that's a new pattern for you. Whatever that change is that it can bring about activities that we're not used to doing. So we might have to start to do things that we're not used to doing. We're not in the rhythm of them. We might be putting them off. I mean, to be honest, this could apply to anything that we kind of put off, because yes, it applies to something that's changing or a change in your life and how to get into the rhythm of it, but it could also be something that you're used to putting off. And if you're thinking of, I mean, for me, it's, this is about procrastinating on what you really could be doing that's useful for you, whatever that thing is. Again, in your health, in your relationships, in your work life, whatever is really useful for you, but you kind of put it off. And if you have perfectionist tendencies like I do, you kind of even might wait until you have the perfect time, or you've got all of your thoughts together, or you've got the right people together, whatever it might be. We can kind of stress ourselves out because we're procrastinating. We're waiting for the perfect moment. We're waiting for the perfect result, and it might not happen. Or we just don't get that thing done. So what I found really useful, and I have spoken about this before, but it's worth mentioning again because I think it's so useful, and if you haven't tried it yet, then give it a go and let me know, is I just put a timer on. Honestly, it's so useful for me to get things done. And I will give myself, if I'm creating a course, for example, then I'll give myself longer. I'll give myself an hour and a half. And I'll put the timer on, so I know in an hour and a half there's a period of time where I have to get stuff done. Actually, and I switch my phone off, I switch my devices off, and I will do the work. And actually, I get through so much focused attention and work, and it's quality work that comes out at the end of it. Or I can do 30-minute slots, or you can choose like the slots that work for you, or 20 minutes. A friend of mine was saying she's finding it useful and she puts it on repeat. So she puts 20 minutes and then she just repeats that cycle. And I find that it's become so productive because it just becomes about the work. It doesn't matter who's there or what the output is. It's just like, maybe it's the competitive nature of it that, I've got a timeline here, boom. So if you work well under pressure, you're kind of just putting yourself under pressure by just giving yourself a timeline, and that works really well. So what are your patterns around procrastination? Do you notice that for yourself? What's really useful around that as well? And the reason why putting a timer on is if you're used to sitting at a desk for long periods of time, then you can still use that timer to then get up and, move around, move your body, because we all know that if we don't move our body enough, then we kind of become a bit stagnant in the head as well. So moving your body, and after that break, after that time period, getting up and walking around, moving around, and then just reshaking things up in your head as well, and then putting another timer on. And honestly, it really works. And so let me know what you think, if that's useful for you, and how that works out, especially with breaks. Like, I really take a lot of in my shoulders. I'm not built to work for a laptop anymore. Obviously, none of us are, but having worked long hours in the past, I've kind of done that damage now. So I really have to watch what I'm doing. So that is a really good reminder for me to just get up and go and move around. And maybe you're already doing that, and maybe you can then apply it to focusing on your work for that time period until your next break. So let me know what you think. Let me know how that's working for you, and I will see you again soon. Bye.